Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 105 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and we've got a great show today. Three amazing homes. We're going to be in Dallas, but actually it's Richardson ISD, just north of 635.
Yes.
Then we're going to come on down into North Dallas, and then we're going to end up, our last one is going to be in Oak Cliff off Lausanne. Amazing street. You don't want to miss that one. And in the second segment, we're going to talk about, as a homeowner, what you need to do before you move into that new home.
Yeah.
Exciting tips. Actually, they're to prevent frustration.
Right. Yeah, so. Moving can be a real stressful time, and so we're going to give you some pointers just about things to watch for.
It actually is probably the most frustrating time in your life, other than a couple others. But yeah, this will help you out, and it's been a very interesting week so far. Last night, Jeff and I were actually showing clients until 7:15. We actually found a house that wasn't on the market, and it worked out really well. It'll be interesting to see if we can get this executed to the finish line. And then we have several others that'll be on next week's show that we have, but they're actually just haven't come on the market yet. We're actually in the process of going from incoming to coming soon and live. So we'll bring those to you, and it'll be great.
Yeah, really will. So how's your week been?
It's been good. I think the weather is great, which I've really enjoyed. AC has been was out all weekend at my house, including Thursday and Friday, so almost 5 days. Runs cool now. Going to have a second opinion come out and make sure everything was done properly. It is the most frustrating. Well, I said that earlier. It has not been fun, but at least it's not 105, so I can appreciate that.
It did happen at a better time of year than if it had been in July or August.
Yes, but the deal is we got that really hot snap on Sunday, and it was 95, 97 at the house.
Yeah.
And there was no wind, and the house was 95. And everything cooled off, but then again, we didn't have a breeze, so all the windows were open, and a little bit miserable. There was a lot of sleeping on the porch. So not my favorite time.
Well, and it's funny. I love to sleep with my windows open this time of year. I mean, it just gets down to the really nice temperature, and so.
I agree. I think sleeping with the windows is amazing. I don't think that I want to have to be forced to it. I think it's completely different
you want to be able
mindset.
To choose when
you
you
can't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, it's been I think we've been pretty busy. We've got the clients that are coming on, like we said earlier, and get them worked out. Did receive an offer when we were actually driving in just now. So it's really funny. Like we were visiting with clients the other day at the house, and they said something about, do you ever get time off? And I was like, well, it's just a different way that people are off. Yeah. We're just kind of like on a perpetual on-call scenario.
I mean, this weekend I feel like I had lots of time off because, I worked some on Saturday, Sunday evening, I went into a brewery out in Carrollton, saw a live band. It was all outdoors and all spaced and really a lot of fun. And then Sunday, I went over to Dan and David's house, and they heated up the pool a little bit, and there were 4 or 5 of us that showed up over there. And it was really cool to get into it was really interesting and fun to get into the pool in mid-October, and have it be 95 degrees outside, and then the water temperature is still 89, 90 degrees. It was.
That's it.
It was fun.
On Sunday, I forgot when we sold our house on Manette. The buyers have wanted to have us over, so finally after months we were able to kind of coordinate, and so we went over and got to see the house and hear how much, and it's great, hear how much they're enjoying it. One of the things that they did do that I thought was really amazing, downstairs was the office, and they took and actually put a giant glass wall up with a glass door. I mean, it was expensive and it looked amazing. And so we went in there and we shut the door, and it is quiet as can be in there. But it's funny because going back there, I was like, ooh, I really miss this house. And it is interesting to see how fast things have changed in Dallas. It does. There was a lot of changes in that neighborhood with homes that are coming up, homes that are being bulldozed. I mean, it is gentrification over there.
It's a lot more density over there.
Yep. And it's interesting too. So just a big shout out to my nephews, Garrett and Bryson. Garrett was accepted to A&M this week, and Bryson was accepted to ACU. It's amazing. These kids were just climbing all over me like little bitty barn animals earlier, it feels like, in the year, and here they are, 18 years old, ready to vote and headed to college. So
that's great.
Congratulations, boys.
That's
great. Well, so ready to jump in and talk about some homes?
Yeah, let's talk about some of our current inventory right now before we jump into those three, because I think we've got some really great homes available right now, and I don't want to go into the detail that we do on the others, but just kind of as we've got a couple of really good lease properties on the market right now. One is over by me. It's at 7603 Calais, and that one's on the market at $19.50 a month. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, got a great little yard, fenced-in yard. The owner accepts pets, and it would, it's going to be a great little property for somebody that has been in a condo or a townhome or an apartment somewhere for a while, and they really need to have a little bit of room to grow.
I think the one that I want to hit on is 6919 Wakefield, because I think that there are a lot of people out there that want something that they can like stamp and make their own, especially because I feel like there's a little more time. Certain buyers have that, and that luxury is really amazing. It's also one of those times that allows you to make more money when it goes back out in the market because you've used your own elbow grease. And 6919 Wakefield is over in Merriman Park, and that is a great area. We've put many clients out there, and I believe on our YouTube account we've actually highlighted and talked about what are some of the benefits of this neighborhood. So check that out. But this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it is a 2-car garage. It's 1867 square feet, and we've got it at 400. And right now it is they are ready to entertain some offers.
Yeah. We've also got a couple of really cool condos in the Oak Lawn area. We've got, I'm going to get this right. So we've got 2722 Knight Street. It's number 316. And that is a really nice, it could be a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath condo. We call it a 2-bedroom with a study, but it does have a third bedroom on it. That's priced at $229. And then we just brought my friend Morgan's condo on the market at 2727 Shelby.
Right.
That is a 2-bedroom, bath and a half, and that one's priced at $269. And it's a cute, fully redone condo. It's move-in ready.
And they were smart because we have so many buyers right now that we are in the market shopping, and it is so frustrating when you walk in and they're asking top dollar for it, and it is not ready in top dollar case. And so they listened to us, and they did the paint and they did the carpet in this thing. So it is move in ready. It is your toes first, and it is your pictures on the walls first. So this is the one.
It is the one.
Excellent.
So we've got a few other listings that are going to be coming in that we'll talk about in the next couple of weeks. But if there is anything else out in the marketplace that you want to see, we are happy to show it to you. Just let us know. Give us a call, text us, smoke signals, whatever it is. So.
You can read those. I'm not so good at that.
I'm from Oklahoma, so.
Okay. I don't even know what to do with that, but we'll just leave that right there.
So let's jump into our properties.
You're up first.
Okay. The first home we're going to talk about today is one of our listings that went off the market and came back on. Owners, we love working with people like this because these owners, we brought it onto the market. We got feedback about some things on the property. They took it off the market. They have since changed all those things or addressed the things that we were getting feedback on, and really and did it in a very economical manner. We're really smart about it, put some sweat equity into it, and have done a fantastic job. So 13420 Mill Grove Lane is a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. This is the one Weston was talking about that's in the city of Dallas, but it is in the Richardson Independent School District. It is about half a block away from the elementary school, and it is such a convenient location. You've got great access to Coit Road, to 635, to Highway 75. You are just minutes from the tollway. This is also one of those homes that is within that White Rock Trail, the north head of the White Rock Trail, within like 8 or 10 blocks. So super, super convenient.
Yep, and the photography on this house came out really well, and so it kind of gives you a really good depiction of what the house is truly going to look like. The outside of the house is a really large, white, almost colonial-looking home. We did a little bit of drone footage here. We were outside of any areas that had restrictions, and so it really helped us out to highlight the house. One of the things that you kind of caught a glimpse of is it actually has a metal roof, and I believe it's a 50-year roof.
Yes, it's a 50-year galvanized metal roof. Really cute front porch, has the big white columns on it, has a very stately feel. And you walk in, and here's the stairway coming down into the entry. Tile floors as you come in. And then when you get off back into the other living areas, like the kitchen here, you got this really cool wood flooring that just, it's so warm and so rich, it kind of ties it all together.
They did a great job of actually interpreting a modern farmhouse kitchen, and they used the butcher block that we're looking for. They read an extra detail on the roof right there. That's that metal roof that kind of brings that all in. But they kept it clean. The walls aren't cluttered with a bunch of upper cabinets, and it has a really good push into this second area that overlooks the pool. And then you have an eat-in bar that is really great as we swing around to the next image and see that. So you can see symmetry was really big on this. It's a really clean palette, and I think that we need these to come on the market quite like that.
And this is an additional room on the back of it. It did used to be the garage, but they've converted it into a big game room. It has brand new carpet in it, really super fresh feel in it. You could have a pool table in here along with a big like TV viewing area.
So all of the living space is on the first floor, and then all the bedrooms on the second floor. And so what we see here is a living room that is really almost oversized. Has a fireplace that anchors the wall up against the backyard and has matching windows on either side. So again, that symmetry continues throughout. And they've done a really good job. The flooring on this is great. It is large, wide planks, and it's not a gray, it's more of like a tan, but it really flows perfectly with the walls and the way it sits. It leads in to a dining room, and off the dining room is another area, and they've just got it simply set up with a small table and lamp, but it could easily be a work from home or a education if you had to do a classroom from home.
Yeah, and you do have a half bath on that first floor as your powder room, so nobody has to go upstairs for that. This has 4 really great sized bedrooms upstairs. Brand new carpet throughout the entire upstairs. As you can tell, many of the windows have been replaced in this home. 8-foot ceiling fans. It's really just a kind of a plain palette to move into and do what you want with.
Absolutely. One of the things that they really got was they figured out how to make the bathrooms renovated and what today's buyers like. And they did a great job with those. And then in the master, one of the questions that they had was a concern about the lack of master closet space. And they addressed that with a really great walk-in closet, which all made sense. And it's wonderful, as you were saying, to have people that listen and make the changes as they need to happen.
And this is the backyard, which is really a great entertainment space. Really easy access right off the kitchen there. As you can tell, they've got their grill out there. Big 8-foot fence all the way around the backyard. So you've got really good privacy. And it is a diving pool. It is deep enough to have the diving board.
And one of the things that so many of these houses with backyard pools don't have is they don't have any green space. And as you can see here, we've got plenty of green space, and this helps you get an idea of what we're looking for. So we can't point out, but on the left-hand side, there is an additional outdoor backyard.
So 13420 Millgrove Lane is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car carport built in 1964, a little over 2,900 square feet, and it is priced at $479,000. That brings it in as a great value at $164 a square foot.
So one of the things that we do to help make this easier so that you can come back to this, share, and actually get more information is that inside of the comments below, you'll be able to click on a direct link to the property so you can get more information. If you would like to take time to go look at this house, please let us know. Message us directly there or contact us in the ways that you know how, and we'll be happy to show it to you.
So our next house today is moving to, are we doing Lausanne yet next?
Are we doing Lausanne next? We are doing Lausanne next. Okay, so we may have put them in.
Yeah.
I said it in the wrong order, so we're going to do Lausanne now.
It's great. This is actually in Kessler Park. It's actually in the Kessler Park Conservation District, and it is a phenomenal area. It's a phenomenal house.
And if you're not familiar with the Kessler Park area, it is one of the rare neighborhoods in Dallas that it has topography. And so you get these great rolling hills, and they've taken such great advantage of it. This little area has super mature trees, but trees that are probably 50, 60 years old. And so there is a Norman Rockwell feel to it. As far as commuting, if you are someone who needs to be on the west side of downtown for a commute that's either a little further north-south or in towards Arlington and Fort Worth, this is one of the go-to neighborhoods that we typically place our clients in.
The neighborhood itself has many little multiple neighborhoods there, and they call it Kessler United Neighborhood Association, and it is a voluntary association, but many of the residents participate, and it's very affordable. It's only $55 a year to belong to that association. So, and they do a lot for the neighborhood.
So this is going to be 935 Lausanne Avenue, and as you can see here, just from the curb appeal, you can begin to see how this house rises up on the lot from the street and just creates that little bit of sense of privacy. The landscaping has been done so well, easy to maintain, and they've actually created a little flagstone patio right here just off the front, because trust me, this is one of those neighborhoods where they do gather in that front porch.
Yeah,
still.
and the home itself is just laid out amazingly well. You come into this really nice front room, living room, looking out onto the front, and then just around the corner you have this kitchen, which is the perfect size for the home. Very open, lots of bar space there, stainless steel appliances, the white 42-inch cabinetry, and it is kind of it's laid out the proper way to me.
Absolutely. I mean, from front to back, I think that we've established that the way that we live in houses today is so much different than before, and this house really does accommodate that. I believe we counted, and there are 3 indoor living spaces. This right here is the second one, and they've done a great job of remodeling and adding that volume that the house needed, and then it does pitch back into the dining or the living room or the kitchen as well.
And I'm sorry, we went up to the second floor here. I for some reason that caught me off guard, but you go upstairs and this has a really cool living area there. This is one of the ancillary bedrooms on it, and hardwood floors laid out extremely well. Again, light, bright, open.
Exactly what everybody wants these days. And the master is going to be back down on the first floor, and it is a large master bedroom. It has its own walk-in shower that you can see here. They've done the elements that today's buyers want: seamless glass shower enclosure, and then this right here, floor-to-ceiling windows on the master create a really great space. Can lights throughout, just well done.
And this is the master bath with the separate jetted tub, the 2-sink vanity, the big walk-in shower, tile flooring, wood cabinetry, all done very, very nicely.
Yep. And so one of the reasons why we selected this house is because what it has to offer on the outside, it's really a one of a kind. There are actually 2 outdoor entertaining areas. So there's the first one there in the left-hand portion that is a covered pergola. And then what they've done is converted an actual older building to make the second one. And here we see a view of the flagstone and the brickwork that's been done to create a small retaining wall. And then you get this amazing outdoor space as well.
With the fireplace, and it's covered, and it's just, I mean, this is, when we talk about adding value to homes, that's what we talk about doing.
It's the it factor. It's just one of the houses that just has so much more.
And you have parking here that's gated parking off on the side of the house, so you do have some privacy for your parking as well.
So this is 935 Lausanne Avenue. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It is built in 1949. It comes in just over 2,800 square feet, priced at $659, which is $233 a foot, which is amazing. And we want to say thanks so much to Rob Elmore for letting us highlight your home. It is quite amazing. Rob Puckett. So sorry about that. I was reading too fast.
Thank you, Rob. We really appreciate letting us talk about your home today.
Yep. Again, in the comments, if you'd like more information, just click on it and you'll get all the details that you need.
So our next property today is kind of zipping back up to the North Dallas area, and this is another really great neighborhood, very super tree lined, very homey, large lots. This lot's 125 by 130, and that's about 1/3 of an acre. It's
A little over 1/3 of an acre.
Yeah, but great location. It's at 4910 Ellensburg Drive, and This is, again, in the North Dallas neighborhood. You're going to have great access to Interstate 635 and right off of 75. Your walking distance to W.T. White High School.
Right. And there are also quite a few of the private schools that are in this area that this neighborhood feeds into. And as you can see here, great access to the toll road, as Jeff had said, but then 635, again, is really easy to connect to. This is also one of the areas that did not get hit by the tornado, which is really great. So we do have trees that are still intact, which is one of the great things. And Midway, a lot of people don't realize, but Midway is a really great commuter street. Takes you all the way north if you need to get up to Alpha Road. But if you need to get to that central market that's on Northwest Highway, this is the way to get there.
It is. And the home itself is a 1950s ranch, a long, low ranch, and it's just a beautiful home. Brick exterior construction. This property was renovated recently, and one of the really cool things that you're about to see is the doors, the commercial grade doors and windows that they have used in this property.
So again, we've seen the last one had a flagstone little front seating area. This one's got the nice wooden one. Coming inside, again, everyone is understanding how important it is to be light and bright. Dark tones are also just used as the accent, as you can see here on the floor. But then again, here we go. We have opened up, and you can see clearly in this picture how this thing has a wall of glass in the back, and they have retracted it back to really create that indoor-outdoor seating area.
And the living room on this is a super oversized room that you have so much flexibility with, whether it's TV, without TV. I can't imagine living without TV, but possible. It does have the step down in it, which I think also kind of defines that living room from the rest of it. But the kitchen's amazing with these stainless steel custom molded countertops.
Yep. And I don't think you can really get an idea how big that is until you're actually in the house. As we were looking around, we noticed that the appliances are Viking. The fridge is not, but your other cooktop and the hood and the microwave all are. And they really create this large, workable living kitchen area.
And this is the office area just off of the dining room that can be closed off from those doors and then also be closed off with a barn door on the other side.
Now, one of the great things about these ranches is that many times they are built for a multi-generational, and this is the second living room that actually connects directly to this bathroom and bedroom. And so what we have is almost like a mother-in-law suite. Great setup to really extend your use today the way we are living in homes now.
It is. And this, I think this is the bathroom, this is the powder bath between, or I'm sorry, the Jack and Jill bath between those two bedrooms.
Right.
And done with the double vanities. And then as you come back down the hall toward the other end, you'll get into the master bedroom, which itself is, again, a really super oversized room.
And the master also has really great attention to detail, almost like restoration hardware built in vanity here. They've just kind of nailed that look and that really great walk-in shower that we see here. I don't think we have the picture here, but the closet was one of the largest I've ever seen. You will really be excited when you get a hold of that thing.
2015 roof, 2020 fence, 2020 gutters. The has 2 hot water heaters in it. It's had such a tremendous amount of work done, and it is, you walk outside into this patio where you've got multiple living areas outdoors. You have the one up closer that's covered, but then you also get into this really, really cool pergola.
And you can't tell quite here, but there is turf grass throughout. And so this is an easy to maintain yard, hammock seating, and then hot tub, tanning deck, nice, clean. The whole thing is super easy, usable, and it had a really great, clean, and private feel in that backyard.
It really did. And then you've got the hot tub and kind of the play pool. It's not really deep at any certain point, so you have the ability to use it as you want. So 4910 Ellensburg Drive, it's a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3-car garage, built in 64, priced at $940,000, which brings it in at $252 a square foot.
And we want to say thank you so much to Marty Voorhees for allowing us to feature your home. It is a stunner.
It really is. So if there's any of these homes that you would like to see, if there's any others in the marketplace you'd like to see, if you're considering the sale of your home, we'd love to talk to you. And anything else you wanted to add to those?
Nope.
Okay. So if there's any, sorry, Today is one of those days for me. So if you're watching us on Facebook, please reach over and click the like button. If you're watching us on YouTube, please click subscribe, and we'll be right back. There are lots of ways to keep up with us. Visit and like our Facebook page to watch us live and get updates about future show topics. Also, visit our Instagram account where you can see the latest homes we have for sale. You can also check out our website at updikepugh.com where you can create customized searches of active and sold homes that you may find of interest. If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, visit homeprice.fyi and you can get a price instantly. Just enter your address and a couple of other pieces of information and we will email you a price. If you are on the go and podcasts are better for you, our second segments are available on iTunes and Spotify. Last of all, you can reach out to us by phone or text at 214-377-2223. And welcome back to the second segment, episode 105 of Sold with Updike Pugh. And today we are attempting to take some of the stress out of your life when it comes to moving. So let's talk about
lofty.
Yeah.
Lofty attempt.
You know, I think we really work to remove so
I agree.
I want to back up and say one thing about it. Buying and selling a home is stressful. It's usually stressful because it's almost always wrapped around other stressful things in life, whether it's birth, death, marriage, divorce, kids moving out, kids moving in, kids going to college. It's, there's all a job change. It's all of those things. And one of our really important goals is to make your real estate process go as smoothly and as stress-free as possible. And this is one of the things that we talk through with people when they're buying a home about how to make move-in day, how to make move-in day work.
And I think that just moving myself within the last, 90 to 120 days, some of this stuff rings fresh, and you would think that I would have taken care of this myself, even though Jeff says that realtors are their own worst clients, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. But with that said, I can share some funny anecdotes as we jump across this and tell you why we think they're so important.
So this is our checklist before moving into your new home. Mm-hmm. What's number one, Weston?
We didn't mess up on this one. We did not mess up on this one. This was easy. So schedule your utilities in plenty of time. It is the most important thing because I've had clients who didn't have their utilities, and there's nothing worse than that. And I think that it is sometimes the forgetting of the internet. 10 years ago, it was no big deal. But the way the houses are set up today, forgetting the internet is almost like forgetting to turn on the electricity or the gas.
Yeah.
Because there's so many elements that we require, whether it's a thermostat, a doorbell. There's so many things that are going to be connected to that don't work properly. And life it's a temporary inconvenience. And at this point, this is like the pea under the mattress and the princess. It's really not that big of a deal, but it feels enormous.
Yes, it really does. It does. One of the other things that people tend to forget, especially if they're moving from a multifamily environment to a home, is they forget about the gas service. And the gas service is the continuity of the gas service is ultimately important because if the way it works right now is if Atmos turns the gas off from the previous person, you many times and there's a certain period that goes by, you have to hire a plumber to come back and recertify that there are no gas leaks in your line. And
there's nobody that can do it but the plumber and Atmos.
Yeah, and it's not fun.
Nope. So and you are their little scheduling nightmare.
Yeah.
So, and then what's our second one?
Our second one is reset, ReKey, and verify all your codes. And this one's really become ultimately important because many times, and when we talk about these things, we're talking about.
In my case, we're talking about the Schlegel lock that was a nightmare for me.
Schlegel lock on the electronic locks on the doors, the Ring doorbells, the thermostats,
alarm
codes. It is resetting all of those things. And, one of the things we do to kind of make the process go a little bit easier is we have a locksmith on call that we send out and have them rekey the house to make sure that, that person is the only one that has keys to it. But in this age of electronics, you know, unless you go through this process, you don't know if somebody else has access to your home or not.
And the other thing too is like, even so, here's the weird thing is like, even with all the cameras there are today, if you're not resetting things, then it's an icky feeling that there's cameras and you're like, well, who's watching and who's not? Our funny little story is that we lost the alarm codes, and one afternoon Jason sets the alarm off while we're inside, and I said, did you just lock that alarm? And he pauses and he goes, well, what's the code? And I go, well, I don't know. What do you think it is? Anyway, I start texting Jeff. We start all texting the sellers.
Owner, yeah.
And it took them, and then 4 attempts, because, you know, they'd kind of out of sight, out of mind. They had forgotten. And I thought, we're about to be stuck.
We're just gonna have to come over with the bolt cutters and shut the alarm down.
I was like, I'm gonna have to crawl into the attic. I'm gonna have to cut the siren off. You know, I was like, my neighbors think we're crazy already. I can't imagine what they're gonna think when this thing goes off in the middle of the afternoon. Ugh.
So true.
So let's make sure we get all these.
Yeah. So if you when you are buying a new hose, let us walk through all that with you, and we'll help you make the list of all the things that you do need to rekey, reset, and rearm.
The other thing that we want to really encourage you to pay attention to is your services, arranging and keeping those services. A lot of these are already in place, but things like a pest control is something that you want to probably go ahead and get just started. But pool and yard, a lot of times a pool is maintained on a certain time of day and a certain day of the week. And if you want to keep that, you really need to get ahead of the schedule and call and say, I'd like to continue service.
We've recommended that many times when people are going, like, let's say that it is your first pool, the previous owner had a pool service in place. We always recommend that maybe you keep that pool service in place for at least a few months. So you're not like having to take that on in addition. And I think going in and having that service gives you a chance to ask questions, learn about the maintenance on the pool. Right. You know, I did that for probably the first 10 years of owning my pool, is I had full service maintenance on it because I didn't know anything about it. And over that period of time I learned, and now I just have somebody who does my chemicals and I do everything else for it.
We have someone that maintains ours. I am not about to do that. I can't imagine.
I'll teach you. It's really,
I don't know.
But yard service is the other thing too, because many times if it's somebody that's been doing your yard for even the last couple of years, they kind of know what to watch for. We've talked about how to, you know, make sure that leaves don't get piled up too much in one corner, because it can cause dampness and water congregation. And so many times those people have experience with your home, and so they know where to go to get all of those things and make it feel real tidy for you.
Yep. And it is one of those things that will help alleviate your stress and allow you to really enjoy that house and get settled in all the way. So.
And one of the last things that we recommend is know where the cutoffs are for the 3 most important things in your property: the water, the gas, and the electricity. And if we're always happy to show you where all of those are, because it is critically important if something's happening, if your house catches on fire, if you have an electrical storm come through that pops breakers. You know, we have a couple of plumber friends that have said they turn the water off at the meter if they go on vacation or if they're gone for multiple days, because, you know, that's when if something happens while you're gone for 3 or 4 days and you get water damage from a broken hot water heater, or just the line on the ice maker goes out, that not seeing what's going on is what causes a lot of that damage that has to be repaired.
The other thing too is, like, I did locate the key for the water cutoff, and it is on the pegboard in the garage, so easily noted, and it is a quick grab. But these are little things, and we had a client the other day that needed to know where the electricity panel box was, because something wasn't working, and Jeff was like, have you found that panel box? And they did not know where it was, and Jeff was like, yeah, it's on the garage. Just run around over there real quick. So, but these are things. And then the last but not least is if you're doing a little bit of remodeling. An empty house is the easiest time to make some of these changes. And the first one that we put up here is popcorn, because popcorn, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. It's going to get everywhere. It is a messy process. The other thing too is that the painter usually can come right behind and make all of the corrections, and painting is priced based on what they have to move and what they don't have to move. So if you planned on resurfacing, changing out the carpet and all of these things, this also could make it a little bit less expensive on a painter and on you. And so these are things to really consider.
They really are, and even to the point that if you're considering doing something as simple as maybe, adding a half bath or something like that, do it before you move in if you can,
Right.
because living through that, it's not, undoable, but it's not pleasant either.
Nope, and I can't imagine doing it with more than myself, because I did that and it was a lot just for me. So
did.
well, we hope that helped.
Yeah, we hope you find these helpful, and if you have any questions about any of the properties that we've talked about today, we would love to help you with that. If you're considering selling your home, we would also love to talk to you about that. So we just really want you to know we appreciate your time today.
Yep, and thank you so much for tuning in, and just remember, we want to be your realtors for life.